How is everyone doing? Super excited and fired to be here talking with each and every last one of you all. But y'all know how I like to start this thing out. Do one of the three things for me right now. I need you to stop right now, like, share, comment, because you never know who might needs to hear this. And the whole purpose of me coming to you each and every week is to become the river and not the reservoir. So let's provide you all with value so you can go out there and provide value to others. Now, what I want to talk about this week is negativity. We all have some type of negativity in our life, but did you not know that you are the main person who is giving negativity the permission to be in your life? Why would you want to have that type of energy in your life if you know it brings you nothing positive? So I think I'm gonna call this video negativity extermination, because that's one of the things that you actually need to clip from your life in order for you to grow personally as a person. Now we're just gonna kick it off with one of the main things that I think is a negative point in life, and it's perfectionism. Stop trying to make sure that you have each and every resource before you actually get started on something. Because once you start, I'm telling you, all the resources that you need to actually make something successful, it's going to come because you started. But if you don't start, that's the most definite way for you to fail or delay your process. Like, understand this. If you're looking at this right now, I want you to understand these three words. Nothing is perfect. Just start and move on. Why are you holding your own progression back, or are you holding yourself back? I think I heard this thing. The only how you cannot get anything that you truly desire is if you're in your way. Get out your way. I'm talking about perfect is nothing that you strive for. It's something that you avoid. Stop trying to be perfect. Like, being perfect is perfectionism as a whole is your enemy. It's not your friend. Perfection. Stop trying to get it. And if you think that that's the only thing that matters, in fact, it doesn't. That's the thing that destroys you. Do not try to be perfect. Try to be better. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. Do not try to be perfect. Try to be better. Make a mistake. If you're making a mistake, just make sure that you're learning from it. Move on. You're already one step ahead of your past if you're actually trying. See, a lot of people really don't try. And I think I was in this stage once before, and I know I was. I was so caught up on trying to be perfect, which it was a different P that it was actually igniting. Procrastination. When you're trying to be perfect, you're telling yourself right now, I don't believe that you can do this. You're talking yourself out of the results that you want by the things that you think of. So get yourself out and stop trying to be perfect and get yourself into action. I always talk about action. Action kills every negative emotion that you have. I'm telling you. And another one, judgment over yourself and others. This is a big one. I don't know why the light just went out, but I'm still going to go. This is a big one. When you are judgmental, you are basically focusing on the negative qualities in yourself and others. I really want everybody to understand this one. Stop judging everyone. Stop judging, because everyone has their own story. What you see is an incomplete reality. Don't judge anyone, because everyone has their own things that they're going through. By you judging them, you're cutting yourself out of the time that you could be working on yourself. Before judging yourself, also, I really want you to allow yourself some time to become 1% better daily. I'm not saying 100%. I'm not saying 50%. I'm not saying 75%, but just become 1% better each day. There is no need for you to judge yourself if you're working on yourself. And see, the people who judge does no work at all. I'm going to say it again. The people who judge does no work at all. And I know you probably look at me like, DT, what are you talking about? Have you ever seen those shows like America's Got Talent, American Idol, or whatever kind of contestant show it is that have a panel? Who gets judged? The one doing the work. Not the person sitting back commentating. So you got to actually get yourself in the game and not take yourself off the sideline. I want you to focus on, if you're looking at this right now, I want you to focus on your betterment, not belittlement. I don't think belittlement is a word, but I'm going to say it sounds good in their place. Focus on your betterment, not belittlement. And with self-doubt, I think this one is a big one that hinders a lot of people. But what you need to understand is self-doubt is a weed. And if you allow it to grow, it will take over your life if you don't kill it at the root. If you do not, I'm telling you, if you do not kill it at the root, it will grow your life in the wrong direction. You have to cut these weeds out of your life. And I really want you to understand that you have to turn mental blocks into building blocks. You have to switch those blocks around. That you are not good enough, cut that out. You're not seeing clear enough. You're not trying hard enough. You're not trusting yourself enough to get whatever it is done. Cut that out. You are more than enough. I want everybody that's looking at this right now, if you have any type of problems, just stop the video and look in the mirror and say, I am enough. I am more than capable of doing whatever it is that I know I need to be doing. So you have to have these positive conversations with yourself on a day-to-day basis when you're feeling any type of negative emotion start to try to take over your life. The worst enemy to your success is self-doubt. I'm going to say that again. The worst enemy to your success is self-doubt. The strength that you have is how you shut down that little voice in your head that's telling you I can't when I know that I can. There is nothing that is impossible to do in your life unless you accept the fact that you can't do it. So why are you stopping yourself? It's the question that I ask. And I think the other one that I want to talk about, and I think it's kind of like deep rooted in us, like I was just talking about roots, you really got to cut this one out. Because I think that we are programmed as people to think negative before the thing even happened. So I want you to stop assuming the worst will happen. Once you start assuming the worst will happen, guess what happened? The worst start happening. Whatever you think about consumes your mind. And if you think about it for so long, it starts to uproot in your life. It does. If you never think things will get better, it won't. It removes all hope and grace from your life. Assuming is the root of all your disappointments. Any point that you became disappointed, you was assuming something. Just sit back and think about it. And be like, yeah, you right. You onto something. A negative mind will never give you a positive life. So why focus on it? Because whatever you focus on grows. So if you want something good to come along in your life, try focusing on some more positivity rather than negative. I don't expect anything bad to go on in life, but if something bad comes along in my life, that's when I handle it accordingly. But till then, it reserves no space in my mind. And I really want everybody to catch this one. I really want everybody to understand this. Like, worrying is a disease that needs to be cut out of your life. Worrying changes nothing except your health and your mental state. It equals wasted time. Why do you want to waste your time with something that's so precious, which is your life? Now, I'm telling you, I do not like to sugarcoat anything. Good things and bad things will happen in life. That's automatic. I'm telling you, you just have to keep living and not stress over what you can't control. The uncontrollables have no problem or have no place controlling your life. If it's out of your hands, it deserves freedom from your mind too. Give it up and focus on something better than focusing on something negative and complaining. This is a very big one. And I found myself in this stage of life of complaining. And I'm telling you, when you focus on the negative things, you are really setting yourself up to never feeling confident or happy. You are killing the positivity that you could be having in your life because you're sitting up here talking about the things that you don't want in your life. And I'm telling you, once you start talking about the things that you don't want in your life, guess what comes up in your life? The things that you don't want. You're giving it so much power because you're feeding it. And whatever you feed comes alive. Stop feeding it. You have basically options in your life. And when you complain, you make yourself the victim. You can only do three things. You can leave the situation, you can change the situation, or you can accept the situation. Everything that you're doing that's not contributing to a better outcome, it's just killing everything that you could be doing to change the results in your life. But you have control over this. Nobody else does. And one thing that I do know is trying to control everything is a hindrance to your life. You can't control everything. When you try, I'm telling you, for certain, you will fail. Because you're trying to control everything. And then once you do fail, guess what? Now you're blaming yourself because I did not have hold of whatever it is that I was trying to control. You can try to control everything. You might end up controlling nothing at all. There's a lot of things that you can control. There's a lot of things that you can't control. And one thing that I do know that you can control is your perspective, your mindset, and your thoughts about a situation. But how the situation actually plays out or how the situation comes about, you have no control over that. You have no control over that. You can just control what you do when the situation arises. And sometimes the best thing that you can do is to not think, wonder, imagine, obsess. Just breathe. Have faith that everything will work out in your favor and for the best. Because a lot of things that come into your life, it's working for you, not on you. It's working for you because growth comes from it. If you think it's working on you, you think it's weighing you down. But I really want everybody to take some type of value from this video that was being dropped tonight. And understand that we have to eliminate the negativity in our life. And the way that you can do that is by what you're listening to, what you're saying, what you're seeing. It's your senses. So better yourself with the environment that you have around you and control what you can control. But if you can't control it, let it go. But do me a favor, follow me on IG _who is DT, and then DT Sturghill on Facebook and YouTube, so you never miss any type of value being dropped on a week-to-week basis, because we are here to grow with each other. And that is my purpose for this channel, for everyone to grow with each other on a week-to-week basis. And if you haven't heard the podcast with me and my brothers, definitely go and check it out. It's called the Mind Report Podcast, available everywhere that you can possibly stream podcasts. And we share basically weekly positive mindset, and you have 3 different perspectives on it. So if you thought this was good, definitely go and check that out. But do me a favor. Do not start this new week with negativity. Let's start to eliminate the negativity that you do have in your life. And if you see any of these things in your life, let's start taking the steps to actually correct the things to make it more positive, so your life can go in a different direction than what it has been going. Because the one thing that I do know, and I'm gonna end it on this, the things that stay here in your life are the things that you tolerate and that you allow in your life. So it's time to cut out all those bad weeds, and let's start growing some better things. But y'all have a good one, and we're going to kick this week off right. All right.